Hello, my friends. I'm sitting here up in the choir loft. Every Sunday, I get to look up in the loft and see this beautiful stained glass that's behind me. It's the image of the seventh day of creation. It's part of the series of stained glass windows we have here in our sanctuary. How often do you look up and gaze into the stained glass? How often do you gaze out the clear windows towards the parking lot out onto Cedar? How often do you look up into the paintings to the left and right of the altar and just wonder about God's beauty, God's holiness, and if you're like me, do you wonder, are you worthy of God's love? As you know, every day, in particular every Sunday here at St. Thomas, we do our best to bring God's love, that is, make God's love real and tangible to all people. And we listen to the teachings of Jesus Christ and our church and our traditions. Often there can be a little bit of a tension, like sandpaper against sandpaper, creating a little bit of heat. Makes us a little uncomfortable. That's when I have learned to listen to God. Those are those moments where I go, God is trying to teach me something. I wonder what it is. In the season of Epiphany, we take the wonder of Advent and we move into the anticipation of epiphanies, of ideas, of thoughts, of revelations given to us by God or given to others by God. And hopefully they will have ears and eyes and minds and hearts that are open to that message. When we do, as a community, we move one step closer to becoming our best selves. That is, living into the ideal of what it means to be a beloved community of God. You've all heard about this survey before the church. We believe about 50% of the congregation, that is 50% of the people sent that email have taken it. We need the other half to take it now. So if your spouse is taking it, it's time for you to take it. If your 16-year-old teenager is taking it, it's time for you to take it. If your mother or father have taken it, it's time for you to take it. It's time for us to get all of our voices together so we can learn how God is revealing God's self to us and to each other. Every day we're called to serve others. Every day we're called to live into this joyous revelation. The newspapers and the reality of our mortality dampen that hope and those expectations. There's just too much going on every day. It's just life. It's part of creation. And so on the seventh day, as we find in this stained glass, we rest. We rest in God's hands. Join me this week in completing that survey. Join me this week in going through the prayers that were emailed out to you on Thursday for everyone in our community that needs our prayers. And then on Sunday, join me as we celebrate Jesus, that is, celebrate the revelation that he brings to us in our hearts at our ministry here at St. Thomas. I wish you a blessed week.